Alright, our first one is, am I the asshole for planning a Disney trip without my stepdaughter and leaving her with her father? I mean, it says poo mode activated, so I guess let's see. I, 41 female, and my husband, 41 male, have 4 children. I have 1 child from a previous relationship. He has 2, and we have 1 together. We have always treated the children as equally as possible, though with extended family, they don't always go on the same trips if we don't go. Example, his parents take his children on vacations, and my child doesn't want to go without me. This has never been an issue, but when we plan trips, we always take everyone. The problem is that my stepdaughter, 16 female, doesn't really like anything that anyone else does. Or she will like it until someone else does. Example, she really wanted to go on a winter trip to Colorado for skiing. None of the other children were that excited, but seeing as it's hard to find things she likes, we went. She was excited until the other kids started enjoying it too. Then she wanted to leave. Oh my gosh. This is pretty much what happens when we went on trips to the zoo, museums, anything. And if other people are already happy about it, she immediately hates the idea. Oh my god. We thought maybe she just wanted time with each parent alone. So we did that with both her mom and dad. She still complained the whole time. Her counselor said maybe she wants activities with both parents to show they get along. They did that, but if they show any enjoyment at all, she hates whatever they are doing. Oh my god, what a hater. We've done Girls' Day with her mom and I, and she hates it. We have found the less enthusiastic we are, the more she wants to do it. Oh my god. This applies to meals too. If someone else likes something, she finds ways to criticize it. It's like she can't let anyone enjoy anything. She also likes things more if no one else wants to do them. This also happens when she goes with her aunt and cousins. Her sister is not like this at all. We've asked her if she has any insight. Their mother has too. And she comes up with nothing other than she's just a bit and shrugs. Oh, she's mean. We let her choose other day trips, told her she can bring her friend, but it's the same. If she sees someone liking something she chose, she complains and says it was her idea like no one else can enjoy it. So this year, we had been talking about Disney for a while. My nephew has cancer and has always wanted to go with us because he has no siblings and not many friends because he's missed a lot of school. Aww! Stepdaughter said it was stupid as soon as everyone else wanted to go. Oh my god. Her father said he would have a lot of work to catch up on when he got back. He does seasonal work and has to take the work while he can. The kids agreed that they wanted to go and he wanted us to, so I made the plans and we decided to go back another year with all of us. I made the reservations for myself, sister, nephew, and 3 of our children, deciding stepdaughter can stay back with dad since she didn't want to go anyway. My husband says I'm the asshole for not planning for her to come too, but I don't want her ruining the trip with complaints with my nephew there. Am I the asshole? Oh. Oh. She didn't even ask her, but I don't know, like... Edit. To clarify, I asked stepdaughter multiple times if she wanted to go as I planned, so I would know at each stage if she changed her mind. She was adamant every time she didn't want to go. Her dad says she always says she doesn't want to go but would regret missing out. This is based on last summer's vacation when she said she didn't want to go but loved it. We were at campground and it rained the whole time. We were pretty miserable, but she thought it was funny. She's 16. She's 16. I'm gonna say not the asshole, honestly. I don't agree with ultimate poo mode because this is her own fault. She keeps doing all of this and it's like, oh my gosh. I'm gonna say not the asshole. Oh, doesn't have the thing. All right, I don't agree. I'm sorry. If she keeps doing that, and it's also quite concerning that she likes it when everybody's having a bad time. She sounds like a little psychopath. It's kind of crazy. Like, I hate her. I don't blame stepmom. I think not the asshole. I don't agree with poo mode activated. It's honestly because, like, it's better somebody in her, like, somebody safe can, like, be like, okay, you've been saying it like this all the time. Like, how are you going to learn? I don't know. I think I'm gonna say not the asshole. I disagree with poo mode activated. Though they are 16, they're a kid, but it's like she keeps doing that. I don't know. I'm gonna stand with that. The second one is, am I the asshole for telling my friends I can't afford to split holiday costs equally and that I'll only pay for the activities I can budget for? I'm gonna say no, but you probably, I don't know, it feels bad, but maybe you shouldn't, like, go? But I mean, if, like, I don't know, because if I'm going on a trip, I would want to pay everything equal. Well, I don't know, because I would want to pay for, like, the stuff that I can. I don't know. I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna say no, because they're, like, they're letting them know, like, right off the bat. A few friends and I are planning a holiday trip together. We've been talking about all the activities we want to do, but some of the options are really expensive, like fancy dinners and guided tours. Since my budget is a lot tighter than theirs, I told them that I'd love to join, but would only be able to pay for the activities that fit within my budget rather than splitting all costs equally. No, that's valid. That's so valid. This didn't go over well with a couple of friends. What? They feel that splitting everything equally is just what friends do. No! And that it's awkward if I go off to do my own thing for cheaper options while they stick to the pricier plans. One friend even said that if I'm not willing to split everything evenly, I should reconsider going on the trip. I was wrong. If you're able to, like, I don't know. Now I'm wondering if I've been No, I wasn't wrong. Well, I said maybe not go on the trip, but I think I'm wrong on that statement. Now I'm wondering if I've been unreasonable by getting a boundary about what I can afford. Am I the asshole for telling my friends I won't be able to split all costs equally? I'm gonna say no because, like, I'm sure they're all paying for how they get there and, like, their tickets and everything. So, and, like, their stay. But all the other added stuff, yeah, not the asshole. OP has offered the following explanation for why they think they might be the asshole. The action I took that should be judged is telling my friends I can't afford to split holiday costs equally and that I'll only pay for the activities within my budget. This might make me the asshole because it could come across as me not being fully invested in the group's plans, or as though I'm putting my own needs above the group dynamic. What do you mean? Your friends should be completely understanding of the fact. My friends feel like it's unfair for me to pick and choose what I want to pay for instead of splitting everything evenly, and I can see why they might feel that my decision can make things awkward or less cohesive. I don't think that's bad. Not the asshole. Firstly, congratulations for doing the right thing and having the money convo before the trip. Oh, yeah. Secondly, no, that is not what friends do. Yes, some friend groups may work that way, but in this instance, real friends would understand that you were coming to them and explaining reasonably what you can afford. Why are they against you splitting the things you can and bowing out of the things you can't? It's not like they will be paying extra for you, literally. I mean, if your friends would like to know what my friend group would do, we would pitch in and cover for you on the things you couldn't afford because we can. How do they like the table turn there? That's what me and my friends do. Your friends want you to go into debt in order to get the holiday with them, so right? It's like being saying they're being unreasonable is some weird behavior. Thank you. I appreciate the support and totally agree that bringing up finances before the trip is key. I'd love if they were as flexible as your friend group, honestly. If they really wanted me there, they wouldn't be so rigid about how we split everything. The tea. But that's true. Because, like, then it's like it's going to put that awkward, but it's good that they had that before they went on the trip and all. I think yeah, OP definitely made the right call. Am I the asshole for no longer taking part in meals with my family because they want to accommodate my wife's allergies? No, what? No. No. They won't accommodate. So they have been given several chances. That's weird. Okay, I'm gonna say no. My wife, 25 female, has food allergies. Shellfish and peanuts are her most serious ones, but she's also allergic to celery and soy. She's used to people not being willing to accommodate her or being lazy about it and thinking they can make food with one of those things in it and just not putting it on her plate. Damn. So she'll normally bring food if people seem unsure about what to do. When we first went to one of my family's dinners, she brought along some stuff she could eat because my mom had made it sound like she couldn't accommodate the allergies. But when we got there, Mom was offended that she had brought food. We explained why, and Mom said in future she'd make food my wife could eat. Okay. I'll say this now. Before we moved close and started joining family dinners, my wife and family got along so well and everything was fine. But we moved to be closer to both our families 18 months ago. My wife didn't bring anything the next time and Mom had something she could eat. And for a few months, this was how it was. Then one of the days she served something specifically for my wife, but the rest of us had shellfish and soy in our food. My mom was not careful about food safety prep, and there was contact between what my wife ate and what we ate, and my wife had an allergic reaction. Mom said she felt bad and apologized. But then after that dinner, she decided it was too much hassle to make a whole other meal for my wife, and then started making one meal again. It was a meal my wife couldn't eat. Okay. My wife started bringing her own food again, but my mom didn't like it. What do you want? What do you want? Hello? That makes me mad. After some back and forth and me talking to my whole family about the issue and them saying it was unfair to expect mom to cook, but she was still adamant she didn't want to do something separate for my wife. So I told them it was for the best if my wife and I just don't join them for these dinners. Valid. My family did not like this decision, and we had faced criticism for this choice. Well, I have. They know I decided to just stop showing up. I told them the health and safety of my wife comes first, and since she can't win and she's not risking another allergic reaction eating there, and it wouldn't be fair to have her sit and watch us eat, then not going is our sole option remaining. Not the asshole. What is wrong? Why are you getting mad? OP has offered the following explanation for why they think they may be the asshole. I made the choice to not attend more family dinners with my family because my wife's allergies were not being accommodated. Perhaps I could have tried harder to find a solution. I acted in what I feel is the safest thing for my wife, but maybe it was too strong of a reaction. Allergies are serious, dude. Like, why are you getting pissed off if she brings her own food? Like, I just don't get pissed. If you want her there, if you want everybody there. I don't think it's that weird. I don't think it was a strong reaction. I'm confused on how your wife bringing her own food has any impact on everyone else enjoying the meal. What did your mother expect your wife to do? Sit there and watch everyone else eat? She finds it rude to bring your own meals to other people's dinner parties or family dinners, but she's not being provided foods she can safely eat, so the only other option would be she doesn't eat, which is weird! That's weird! So your point is completely justified. Why should your wife attend a family meal where she can't eat? If your wife can't attend, why should you go? They believe we should be there because we're family. My counter to them was exactly, we're family. They should care about the health and safety of a family member. Oh! Oh! That's right! That's right! I would suggest you offer to host the next dinner. Present a menu consisting of things you know they don't like or are allergic to. Don't offer alternatives. Don't allow them to bring their own food. If they complain, tell them they should still attend because they're family. Damn. The thing is, why was mom willing to make her separate stuff, but after the one incident, she's like, well, if she couldn't eat it, then she can starve. What? Like, it's such a weird thing. Like, it's fine if you don't want to do that anymore. That is totally fine. But the way that like, you're getting pissed because of it, what do you mean? Literally, what do you mean? Am I the asshole for missing another big moment for my half-siblings? Another? I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes? I don't know. Is that my initial reaction? My initial reaction was kind of no. I don't know. But like, they're saying half siblings and they said another, so those are two dings for me, so I'm gonna actually just go with yes. My dad is so inconsistent about being in my life. He and my mom divorced when I was 1, but he bailed days after I was born. Damn. Came back when I was 8 months old, and my mom let him stay a month before realizing he wasn't serious about being a family with us and just used her for a place to stay. Damn! Once he realized she wasn't going to give in, he bailed again. Oh my god, okay. He was in my life for a year when I was 3 to 4 years old. Then he was gone again. The next time I was 8. He was in my life for a few months under supervision, but he left again, and he made 2 appearances when I was 10. Okay. He didn't really pay child support either, which I learned this summer. How old are you? Some money was given to me, but probably less than $400 in the last 16 years if what he said is right. Okay, so they're 16. When I was 13, he moved here for good, or so he says. He was married again and he had some kids with his wife. He went back to restart visitation with me, got some supervised visits again that became 1 overnight a month. Until finally, I have to spend every other weekend at his house, even though I don't want to. And I did speak to a judge about my wishes, but he told me it was in my best interest to have a relationship with my family. I really don't like being there, and I try to only sleep in the bed I have at his house. I never take anything I care about, and I don't have the room personalized or anything. The thing about all this is my dad and his wife encourage their kids to spend time with me and engage with me. They like having me there, and they told me before they wished I'd spend more time there and with them. The kids did nothing wrong, but I don't want to focus on a relationship with them. I feel nothing for them, but it's expected that I'd be there for the big moments in their lives. Not just their parents, but my dad's parents, who I don't know outside of some of the time I spent with him. Also feel like I need to be a good brother, and they expect me to take this role seriously. Which I find crazy since I don't know any of these people all that much, and I don't want to. If it's not my dad's weekends, I do miss the big stuff, and I don't try to be there for them. I got invited to go trick-or-treating with them on Halloween. I said no. I got a reply back that they really wanted me to come. I didn't, and I got sent so many texts from my dad's phone and phones that I assumed are his wife's and his parents claiming I'm shitty for missing another big moment for my half-siblings. I blocked the others, but dad's number is still doing this crap. Am I the asshole? I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. It does kind of suck that he's like doing all that, but I mean, you can't force somebody to do that. But I don't know. He's right. The kids did do nothing wrong, but I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. OP has offered the following explanation for why they think that might be the asshole. I missed something my half-siblings were excited about, and I was told it was another big moment. I'm never there unless I'm forced because I don't want to be. But that might be shitty because I know they want it, and I was given enough time to figure out a costume for the night if I wanted to dress up too. Mostly, I know they're being hurt by all this, so maybe I am the asshole. I feel bad for OP because at least they're acknowledging that their siblings feel bad. But it's like... I don't know, because I'm really wondering if the parents, like dad and stepmom, are like hyping up that he's gonna come and stuff, and then he doesn't, and then it does just kind of disappoint, and it just feels like he's being set up, and it's not fair. If you do want to have a relationship with your siblings, I feel like something like that shouldn't be. I don't know. I'm gonna say no. I'm just gonna say no. Not the asshole. I got invited to go trick-or-treating with them on Halloween. I said no. I got a reply back saying they really wanted me to come. I didn't, and I got sent so many texts from my dad's phone and phones that I assumed are his wife's and his parents claiming I'm shitty for missing another big moment. That is your dad's do-over family, and you have no relationship with them. By the way, how is Halloween trick-or-treating being a big moment for your half-siblings? That's what I wondered. Maybe in the same sense they'd remember it when they were older as a standout kind of thing. But it's such a weak argument and it makes no sense to me that it would be a big moment for them. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with not the asshole. Would I be the asshole if I charged for a cover-up of a nasty tattoo I did? I'm gonna say yes. A nasty tattoo that I did. And they went back to you for the cover-up. I don't know. I'm not a tattoo artist, but it's just like... You're calling it nasty, so it's like... What? I don't know. I don't know. You're gonna say no? I'm gonna say yes. But I'm also not versed in this universe at all, so... They wanted it. You know, fair point. Fair point. I'm 1 year into tattooing. This is the first cover-up I do of a tattoo that I did. I tattooed a saying in Arabic on a girl's back a few weeks ago, and we both thought it translated to appreciate life, because the translation was right under the words in Arabic in the photo she sent me. She texted me a few days ago saying that she wants me to delete the pic of her tattoo off of my page because it actually translates to something awful. Oh, never mind. Never mind. You're right. You were so right, Jacko. I was so shocked. I ran the pic through Translate Lens myself like 5 times, and the tattoo did, in fact, mean something gross. I usually do check what clients' tattoos mean beforehand when they are in a foreign language, but I did not check this one because the translation came with the reference pic. I quickly deleted the post and told her that I'm happy to work on a cover-up together if she's down for it. Wait. I'm happy to do a work on a cover-up together if she's down for it. She was, and I finished the design today. She likes it, and we were gonna do it. The thing is, I feel very guilty about this whole thing because it never happened to me before. I feel really sorry that I put that on someone's body, and I am very happy to cover it, but I feel so ashamed for charging her for this cover-up because I somehow feel like it's my fault. I, as the artist, should have checked the translation, and I'm afraid that there is a possibility that she thought the cover-up was free. So when I tell her a price, she will blame me for the tattoo and end up on bad terms. It was her first tattoo and we have a common friend, so she may think that I offered my cover-up services as an apology. But TBH, I don't even know if I did anything wrong. Maybe I'm overthinking. I'm so conflicted and I don't know what to do. On one side, I do feel for her and I want to help her, but on the other side, this is a complex tattoo that I can't really afford to give out for free. If she was my friend, I would totally do it for free, but she's a friend's girlfriend's friend. So I don't even know what our status is to be able to give out my resources like that. Would I be the asshole for charger for the cover-up? If I do, I will cut it down a lot though. Oh, then no. I'm gonna say no, especially if they yeah, I'm gonna say no. Just give her a discount? Yeah, just giving her a discount I think would be the best way to go about it. Edit, to be more specific, I did not make the writing design myself. I just copied the picture she sent me. The picture she sent me had the design and appreciate life under it as translation. I'm calling the tattoo nasty because it is. It actually translates to I'm rotten. Damn. After further research, I found that the pic she sent me circulated on Tumblr a few years ago as a meme, but we obviously were not aware of that. It's just words on a white background. Damn. Yeah, not the- I agree, not the asshole. OP has offered the following explanation for why they think they might be the asshole. I'm a tattoo artist, and I did tattoo in a foreign language that means something nasty because I did not check the translation, and I want to charge for covering it up. And two, it might make me the asshole because I did not check the translation, which is my fault, so charging for my mistakes sucks. I feel like it should, if it was, the same degree, if it was just the wording, because I'm imagining it was just cursive, well, not cursive, it's Arabic, just Arabic, and that's it, right? So, but if she wants the cover up and it does get more intricate, I feel like it's completely valid. Like, it really is. Especially if they're going to be offering a discount, because they should have checked, but also I don't know what the whole thing is. To be fair, if you want it on your body forever, especially if it's in a different language, you need to be triple, quadruple checking that shit, dude. Like, if you yourself, if you thought that was a really cute, you're putting that on your body forever. It's up to the client to look into that too. Not the asshole. If the client brings something in a foreign language and says, tattoo this on me, I think you should have a policy for telling them if you don't know what it says and will take no responsibility of it if it means that what they think it means. It might be a good idea to have that in writing if you agree to do such tattoos in the future. Check out the policies others have in place. This is why getting random words in other languages on you is dumb. I agree. Am I the asshole for interrupting husband's free time because I'm sick? No! I'm gonna say no. I, 24 female, am pregnant with my second child. My husband, 25 male, wasn't the most understanding of pregnancy last time. And you wanted to get pregnant by him? My husband, 25 male, wasn't the most understanding of pregnancy last time and basically thought I was being dramatic. Till I started showing, at which point he was very supportive. It seems to be happening again. Divorce. Divorce. He's been helping out with our toddler a lot at night, and I'm supposed to then take toddler when he's up at 6 a.m. to let the husband sleep in. This has happened with varying success because toddler is loud. Last night, husband went to bed at 9:30 p.m. and toddler slept till 4:45 a.m. When my husband got up to settle him, and then husband went back to sleep till 7:45. Tensions were already running high because husband continued to be off the clock, but stayed in the dining room. Off the clock? If you have a child, you are never off the clock. This meant toddler. Well, okay, technically you are allowed breaks and stuff, but it's like, I don't know. This meant toddler was running up to daddy every 30 seconds. I was trying to make everyone food, but was repeatedly being called over to distract my toddler away from my husband. She's not an octopus. I finally told him if he wanted to have free time, he needed to go into the bedroom and shut the door. He did so after some grumbling that he should be allowed to enjoy time wherever he wants in his home. Oh. But seemed like he was fine after I brought him breakfast in bed. Divorce. Sounds like she needs a new daddy. Shut up, but yeah. I continue to clean and take care of toddler while getting sicker and sicker. Oh my god, divorce. I had to interrupt husband for a minute to watch toddler while I puked. I don't think I'm gonna like the next sentence. Then he went back to the room when I was done. Okay, we're fine. At 9:45 a.m., I had to interrupt him again because I was sick. At this point, husband was very upset. He says I shouldn't be offering him free time, then interrupting him repeatedly. You guys have a kid, dude. I don't know. What do you mean? I feel I really did try my best to give him free time, but can't control when I'm sick. I've tried just bringing toddler with me, but he will just open the door and run away while I'm puking. Am I the asshole for interrupting my husband? I don't think you even would be the asshole if you offered him divorce papers. OP has offered the following explanation for why they think they might be the asshole. I think I might be the asshole because husband did do his part in taking the toddler at night so I could sleep, but I'm interrupting his reward for doing so. Why should that have to be a reward? No, not the asshole. That's frustrating. That poor lady. That poor kid. That's their father. Ugh. Not the asshole, so obviously not the asshole. When you got married, did you exchange a set of vows that said in sickness and in health, or some variant thereof? Because this sort of situation is what those vows mean. Your husband is your husband for all times and all seasons, not just when he actively chooses to be husband duty. That man is the father of your child at times and all seasons, not just when he actively chooses to be daddy duty. Toddlers are a handful. They require a lot of care. He knew that before you had a child. You are ill, so he needs to look after his own flesh and blood. Would you step up for him if he was ill? Why can't he step up for you? Literally. Oh my god! Dude, not the asshole. Sorry, Zobug6_. Alright, this one is, am I the asshole for yelling at my mom after my brother ran away? No? I'm gonna say no. My family is pretty religious and conservative. Nope. Nope. I have my own opinions, but I always keep my mouth shut. I just avoid my family for the most part. My brother 20 still lives at home, and well, ever since he was a kid, he's always been more out there. He's very open-minded and artistic as well, so he's always pissing off our parents and sisters. He was a really good volleyball player in high school, but quit his senior year just to spite our parents, so I'm sure you can tell what kind of guy he is. But he's the only boy, so our parents keep letting it go. Oh my god. Anyways, he recently acted in some silly amateur film for one of his friends. In it, he kisses a boy. Ooh la la. I genuinely don't care. Anyways, the film wasn't a secret and posted publicly, so someone we know came across it, and it was sent to our parents who kicked him out. Oh my god. My younger sister and her husband offered to take him in, but my brother left not even a week later because our brother-in-law was being a dick to him about the film. Oh my god. Now no one knows where he is, and everyone's pissed and angry. I only know he's alive because he texted me a few times. Mom calls the whole family over almost every day to play the blame game, and yesterday was my turn, and she was basically saying that as the oldest, I didn't do my job and led him astray because I failed as a sister or some crap. Shut up. Shut up. I got so angry, I told her to shut the hell up and that this is her fault more than it is mine. Doesn't sound like a huge deal, but it's super disrespectful in our family, so everyone was upset with me for yelling at mom and breaking her heart even more after what my brother did. I told them to stop acting like victims. And that they better pray he decides to see any of us again and left. Not the asshole. I feel better, but the entire family is angry at me, especially now that my brother isn't around to take their anger. I wish I could run away too, but unfortunately I have responsibilities tying me here, so I'm wondering if I'm the asshole and if I should apologize. Am I the asshole? No! Oh my god. OP has offered the following explanation for why they think they might be the asshole. I might be the asshole because it's a stressful situation and playing the blame game, insulting her, won't really solve anything. In a way, I'm no better than her since she's probably only yelling to relieve her stress anger. She shouldn't be doing that in the first place. So, not the asshole. Not the asshole. Some truths need to be spoken. In a perfect world, you may have been able to convey the message more calmly, but that is rare in the world. Truthfully, your parents sound immature and unhealthy. You may want to consider going low contact or no contact with them. If you continue to entertain their behavior, they're never going to change. Yup. I'm already pretty low contact with them, but apparently I'm the only one my brother reached out to since leaving, so I've been keeping in touch more to reassure them he's doing fine. I was tempted not to say anything, but figured it was better to let them know in case they decide to do something stupid. Then agree to something like a text to someone once a week, that brother is fine, and close after that. Also, does your brother want you to give any of his updates to them? I wouldn't be surprised if he never talks to them again and does not want them to know anything about him. Good idea. And I mean, I told him that I let them know he's in contact with me, but he didn't care. It's not like I'm telling them where he is. It's just that he's alive. Make sure that it's okay with your brother that you tell them anything at all about him. His life is his business, and sharing it with you doesn't mean that he wants you to share it with them. Yeah, he knows I told them he was alive and in contact with me. That's all I plan on telling them. He said it was fine and started talking about something else. Me and him trust each other. Aww. This one's marked not the asshole. Let's see. Am I the asshole for telling my boyfriend he crossed a line with my work-life balance? No. I, 28 female, work long, intense hours at a high-pressure job, and my boyfriend, 30 male, knows this. Recently, I finally set boundaries to stop taking work calls after 7 p.m. This has helped me unwind and prioritize our time together, which he initially seemed to support. Last night, my boss called around 8:30 p.m., but I ignored it. My boyfriend asked why I didn't pick up, and I explained I didn't want to work intruding on my evening. To my shock, he picked up the phone and answered the call himself, saying I was too busy relaxing to talk. What the f? I was mortified. My boss sounded annoyed, and I had to spend 30 minutes on the call only because he made it sound like I was slacking off. Oh my god. Afterward, I was furious and told him it wasn't his place to interfere with my work like that. He thinks I'm overreacting and shouldn't be ashamed of setting boundaries. Am I the asshole? They're setting boundaries and then they're setting them on fire. What the fuck? Oh my god. OP has offered the following explanation about why they think they might be the asshole. I might be the asshole because I snapped at my boyfriend for answering my work call, which led to an awkward situation with my boss. I could see how he thought he was helping me enforce my boundaries, but instead of calmly explaining why his actions were overstepping, I got angry with him, which may have made him feel dismissed. I'm gonna say no. I'm just saying, I mean, it says no. I agree with this one. I'm too busy relaxing. To your boss? That's crazy. That's crazy, dude. What do you think, baby? Okay. Oh my god. Too busy dude. Oh my god. Am I the asshole for not ordering my boyfriend food of his choice? Yes? I, 21 female, have been going out with my boyfriend, 21 male, for 2 months now. He's in engineering and I'm in business. He had a paid internship this summer that paid him thousands of dollars each month. Meanwhile, my internship was free. I've come to notice that after he pays for one dinner or a meal, he conveniently leaves his wallet and has zero battery. When we have to eat out, order restaurant food the next time, and I have to pay for it. I have zero problem paying for food after he has paid for the previous meal, but he doesn't even let me offer and imposes a sort of avoidable situation at me as to why he can't pay for the particular meal, and I have to pay for it. That's weird. I thought I was overthinking, but yesterday on our 2-month mark, he was like, I want to have a gourmet burger, not Wendy's. I thought he was going to pay for the food delivery, but then this voice inside me said, worst case scenario, I have to pay for our 2-month dinner. Which was fine with me because I was going to offer anyways, but I just thought that, usually it's the guy who pays for big meals. I don't know about that part. Anyway, he conveniently told me I'm at 1% battery right now. 3 hours before we ordered food online. You can charge your phone in 3 hours. When he told me that, I could see whatever he told me 3 hours later coming from a mile away. I told him to charge his phone ASAP because he was at home and his charger was right next to us. I offered to even give him his charger. He said no. Instead, he proceeded to play a game on his phone, causing it to die. Then, after 3 hours, he said, babe, you'll have to order food today. I'm out of energy. I expected that from a mile away, and he was fully expecting me to pay for his $30 each burger when he came up with a lame excuse. To test that theory out, I said, I'm tired too, but not in the mood to eat. Lie. Right after I said that, he was literally not the same person anymore. He was full of energy and even told me to stay awake. The night has just started. I was right. It was just an excuse to not spend any money. The worst part is that I was going to offer ordering anyways, but I just wanted to test my theory, and I was supposedly right. I was hungry anyways, and I wasn't gonna rely on him to get me anything. I ended up ordering a plain cheese pizza because I am buying that man a gourmet burger like I originally planned to, if need be, because he has done this so many times before. It's been 2 months and he's already done it. That, oh my gosh. Like, he knew we were going to eat, and he has conveniently forgotten his wallet and phone so many times. Am I the asshole for not ordering my boyfriend the food of his choice? No. No. Edit. He is really, really sweet, but this is the only problem I have. He is very nice otherwise, and he does pay for meals. It's for subsequent meals when he acts like this. Okay, hold on. So is it like, are y'all doing a turn-based system or what? He deserved whatever happened. I'm confused. I don't know. Okay, are you done? What's the problem here? What's the problem here? I don't know. OP has offered the following explanation for why they think it might be the asshole. I didn't order my boyfriend's food of choice. It was a cheap tactic as a response to his behavior, and that might make me an asshole. I don't know. I feel like he's testing her to see if she would be willing to match him. Which is weird! Why is that a test? I'm gonna say nothing, asshole. Why just not tell him about the issue? What do you expect to change if you're not having a conversation with him? Why do his games get dismissed as OP not communicating properly? Oh! He's perfectly capable of discussing his expectations, thoughts, feelings on who pays for what. He shouldn't be playing these games with OP at all. It shouldn't be OP's responsibility to drag out his expectations in a dedicated conversation 2 months in. OP, ask yourself if teaching this guy is worth it. If you think he is open to learning, go ahead. If you don't think it's worth it for any reason, then don't. It's not your responsibility to teach him. Dang. Am I the asshole for inviting myself to an event I thought everyone was going to? Yeah, I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes. I need some impartial opinions. My sister thinks I was fine, but I'm still a bit shaken up and I don't know what to do. I, 26 female, started a new job 7 months ago. While there are some coworkers I've really clicked with, there's a guy, Jake, about the same age as me, who I'm not as close with. I'm not really sure why, and it kind of sucks because I've been trying to make friends with everyone at work. While I didn't think we were exactly friends before this, I thought we were on the road to becoming friends. There's been a lot of talk at work recently about a party that's happening at Julie's flat. Oh no. It's this weekend. People have been talking about bringing +1, so what gifts to bring, etc. Whenever I've asked about what's happening, I've been told a party is happening, and then the conversation would shift. Oh no. I was never told any specifics, but figured I was invited as everyone in my office is clearly going. Oh. Because Julie and I are close, I thought it would be okay if I came too. It never seemed like a closed event, just something casual. You should have asked too. I don't know. So today on my lunch break, I bought a bottle of nice wine to bring with me and explained to Julie when she saw the bottle in my bag. She was really confused and told me I had to ask Jake about going. I asked her why, and she said it was Jake's event to celebrate him finally graduating. I didn't know this, but our company has been sponsoring his master's, and he's finished the degree alongside some health complications. Julie is hosting because her flat is gorgeous, and she and Jake go way back. I talked to Jake after work today about his party and congratulated him on finishing his master's. I also said I was excited to celebrate with him this weekend, and I guess that was wrong of me because he looked really surprised. He said that he was sorry but can't accommodate me at his party and left me. I was a bit teary and called Julie about what happened, and she said it sucked he was so abrupt, but I can't just assume and invite myself to events like that. Am I the asshole? I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes. OP's offered the following explanation for why they think they might be the asshole. I invited myself to a party because it seemed like everyone was going, and it was a casual get-together with lots of people. Turns out it's a party to celebrate a coworker getting his degree alongside struggles with medical issues, and the host didn't want me to go. If you were welcome, you would have been invited. Yeah. So no one told you about the party, they were talking about it among themselves, and you just overheard. You were never directly invited, and when you asked the persons whose house it was at, they told you to ask someone else because it was their party. They were just the venue. That instead of asking what's up, you said, oh, I can't wait to come to your party, and you were never invited. It's also someone you're not friendly with anyway. And guess what? You're never going to be friends with everybody you work with, so you have to get over that. So instead of asking for an invitation, or if you can just come, you just assumed you were going to go to the party without ever being invited. And then Jake had the fun of telling you no, and then you walked away all upset. You were the one who was acting entitled when you were never told anything about the party to your face. Just what you overheard and just assume. You're the asshole. Next time, actually ask what's going on instead of assuming that you're included. Oh my gosh. It boggles the mind. I'm like a vampire where I need to be explicitly invited before I assume I'm going anywhere. Me too. To just decide that you're invited, intrude, and then get offended when told no is a completely wild concept. I still think no. Why is he being omitted as the only one not going? Or she being... That is, I do agree with that. But I still think, like, I'm just gonna still stick with yes, the asshole, but, I feel bad for her, because she was, like, wanting to make friends and stuff, so... Yeah, I don't know. Maybe because they don't like her. That's probably what it is, honestly, if I had to guess. Everyone is being mean to her. They kind of were, though. But her inviting herself is kind of, I do think, but I do agree that it is a like, that is not a good work environment to, like, do that. But her friend, who she was supposedly close to, could have told her to, like, just make sure you're invited. But she did kind of hint at it, and she didn't pick it up, which is, yeah. Anyway. Our first one for today is, am I the asshole for refusing to leave a wedding because I wore a dress that looks white under a black light? That's... No, I'm gonna say no. How can you... How common is a black light at a wedding? Like, for real. A few months ago, I attended a close friend's wedding with my husband. I wore a yellow dress. Think like Belle and Beauty and the Beast yellow, Bumblebee yellow. So yellow that I did not question if it was appropriate or not to wear to a wedding, and neither did my friends nor family. I arrive at the wedding, we have the ceremony, the cocktail hour, the dinner, and the reception. I get many compliments on the dress, and the bride even comments on how much she loves it several times. Towards the end of the reception, the venue dimmed the lights and turned on some black lights. Oh my god. These black lights made my dress appear more white than yellow. A member of the wedding party approached me while the black lights were on and stated that I needed to leave because my dress was white and inappropriate. I stated that the dress was yellow, but the black lights were making it appear white. The member of the wedding party stated that if I didn't leave, she would make me. Oh my god. I stated, I'm here to celebrate my friend, repeated that the dress was yellow, and said I will not be leaving early. Bride and groom hadn't left yet, and I came from overseas. Oh my god. The conversation, while heated, did not have raised voices or foul language from either side, but I will say it was tense. The wedding party member walked off, and I watched as they immediately walked to talk to the groom, angrily pointing in my direction. The groom shrugged and continued to dance. The next morning, I was approached by a different friend at breakfast, not in the wedding party, who stated that they heard what happened and that I should have left when asked because it made people uncomfortable, and that I made it about me partying rather than respecting wedding etiquette. I have felt incredibly embarrassed about this since. So am I the asshole for not leaving the wedding when asked? TLDR, wore wedding dress that looked white under black lights. Was asked to leave by a member of the wedding party. Didn't leave. Told I made others uncomfortable by a friend the next day. I don't... How can you, like, legit, how can you plan ahead for a black lights to be at the party? And does anybody know that that's, like, the thing that happens? I personally didn't realize that, like, it would go to white. OP has offered the following explanation for why they think they might be the asshole. I remained at the wedding after being requested to leave by a member of the wedding party. I might be the asshole because instead of graciously leaving, I remained firm in my choice and stayed despite possibly making others uncomfortable or breaking the social norm for wearing white to a wedding. I don't know, it's just like, everybody knew it was yellow, like, that's like, oh yeah, total asshole, I don't know. You can't really plan for that, but then I guess I would be pretty upset, but I would leave. I would leave if I was asked to leave. But I don't know. I don't really think they were being... I don't know. I'm not sure. Not the asshole who checks their attire under black lights to see if it passes. Ridiculousness. I understand if it appeared white under normal lights, but come on. This was an unusual situation at the end of the reception. You were fine, and whoever approached you was completely and utterly out of line. Some people having nothing better to do than look for problems that don't exist. I agree about passing it under black lights beforehand. It's not something I even thought about. No one would have because it's unreasonable. Also, every pastel or lighter toned dress would have looked white under the black light. Oh, There you go. Take a photo of the dress and send it to anyone who asks simply what this is the dress. You tell me if it looks white. What you have here is a bridesmaid who was too angry drunk to behave like a reasonable person, and I was not going to leave the wedding because the bridesmaid was sloppy drunk. What? Where did you get this?
I was assuming, I guess, because of the party.
Oh, yeah, probably. Let that narrative take over. Oh, they're spinning the story. Yeah, you're right. Or post a photo of you in the dress at the wedding on social media with, I need from the court of public opinion to find out if this dress looks white in any shape or form, because I went to a wedding a few weeks ago in the dress and got yelled at by a drunk bridesmaid. Dude, okay, I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know about that, but I mean, dude, how can you really plan for that? And then he told the groom and they shrugged. I mean, I doubt you have enough time to talk to the bride because it's also like they're busy, but like I just don't like, oh my gosh. You must have a PhD in stirring crap up. I would read your papers. Yeah, they're absolutely ready to spin it. I'm gonna say not the asshole. It's a little weird. Like, I don't know. I just see that as like a little weird. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with not the asshole. Am I the asshole for answering the door in a spicy costume? What? I mean, yes? I don't know. If you're opening the door and you're like in like a fit and you're not expecting a guest, the natural reaction is to like cover up. So I'm gonna say yes. Yes. I mean, you are in your own home. I don't know, brother. So I'm a 24 female and my boyfriend has been gone a few weeks visiting family on the other side of the world. Coincidentally, the death of one of my coworkers... What? Coincidentally, the death of one of my coworkers meant I had to work a lot more during those weeks, and I was honestly pretty miserable and pent up the whole time. The one thing keeping me going was the thought of having a wild night when he got home. My boyfriend's sister texted me and asked if she should come over when he got home. I said we would both be really tired and eager to be alone, and said it'd be best to wait. Then I put my phone on silent, which meant I didn't see her next text that said she knew her brother. He'll find energy to say hi. Wait, hold on, I'm confused. So I'm 24 female, and my boyfriend has been gone for a few weeks visiting family on the other side of the world. Coincidentally, the death of one of my coworkers... Coincidentally, that is... Sorry for your coworker. When he got home, the moment he was sufficiently unpacked, I changed into a Playboy bunny suit. Then his sister knocked on the door and yelled hello. She just walked in? She knocked on the door and yelled hello. I was pretty pissed off, so I didn't put in any effort to hide my angry expression and answer the door in the outfit. I was pretty cold with her, and she got passive-aggressive before reluctantly leaving. She said it was petty and dramatic over the phone, and I just hung up, prompting some angry texts. Am I the asshole? I don't know. I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes. Yeah. Like, that was, I don't know, like, I don't... OP has offered the following explanation for why they think they might be the asshole. I think she may have been right that answering the door visibly angry in an adult costume was petty and dramatic. It is. It is pretty petty. Like, oh my gosh, it's just, that's so, why would you want your, like, that's, I don't know. I'm not a fan of that. You're an asshole and you're a weirdo. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm curious how the boyfriend feels here, but I think it's hilarious she answered the door that way. She was rude with coming over when she was told not to. You weren't rude for responding to her rudeness. I don't see it that way. But I mean, I also would not be happy with like somebody coming up to my house uninvited. I think being visibly upset but also covering yourself up is like a thing, but like, because that's weird. That's just so weird to me. Alright, this one says poo mode activated. Let's see if we agree. Alright, am I the asshole for refusing to attend my best friend's wedding after she replaced me as maid of honor because I'm too fat, I'm pregnant, and asking her to pay me back for everything? What? Am I the asshole for refusing to attend my best friend's wedding after she replaced me as maid of honor because I'm too fat, I'm pregnant, and asking her to pay me back for everything? Did you ask her to pay you back before or after you were dropped as the maid of honor? Let's see. Because, like, the title, maybe, like, she's, like, blowing it out of proportion or something. for refusing to attend me after she replaced me as maid of honor. So, like, why was she was it actually because of that? I don't know. Let's see. I'm gonna say it says Pumud activated, but I'll say no. I, 27 female, have been best friends with Claire, 28 female, since high school. When she asked me to be her maid of honor, I was thrilled and went all out to make her wedding special. I paid for the bridal shower, bachelorette party, a weekend trip, decorations, and other expenses. Damn, spending several $1,000s. Well, it was a lot of money for my husband and me. I wanted to make her big day perfect because she's like family to me. 2 months ago, I shared that I'm 4 months pregnant. Claire congratulated me, but started acting distant afterward. She excluded me from conversations about the wedding and made passive comments about how hard it is to coordinate when people are distracted. I brushed it off, thinking it was wedding stress. A few days ago, she sat me down and told me she didn't want me in the wedding anymore. Her reason? I'm getting too fat, and she doesn't want me in the pictures. Whoa! She said that her specific vision for her wedding and I no longer fit. Whoa! I was devastated. I asked if this was about my pregnancy, and she insisted it wasn't personal. What? That is personal. She said she was replacing me as maid of honor with another friend who fit her aesthetic. That is not a friend. What the fuck? What the fuck? What do you mean? I told her if I wasn't in the wedding, I wouldn't attend at all. I also handed her the receipts for everything I paid for and told her she and her fiance need to reimburse me since I only spent that money as her maid of honor. Claire flipped out, calling me selfish and accusing me of trying to ruin her wedding. She said it was tacky to ask for the money back and that expenses like these were my responsibility as maid of honor. Girl, you kicked her off because she didn't fit the aesthetic. But what do you mean? I reminded her that she removed me from that role, so those expenses were no longer mine. Since then, Claire, her fiance, and even her family have been spamming me with calls and texts. They're accusing me of being petty and overreacting because of pregnancy hormones. Shut up! That's taking advantage of somebody. What do you mean? They're also saying I should have just let it go and written off the money because weddings are stressful, and Claire didn't mean to hurt me. I don't give a shit. That's rude as fuck. What do you mean? My husband has been incredibly supportive and says I did the right thing. He's furious at how Claire treated me and agrees that I shouldn't be out thousands of dollars for a wedding I'm not a part of. I feel heartbroken and humiliated by someone I thought was my best friend. Still, the constant backlash has me second-guessing myself. Am I the asshole for standing up for myself and asking for reimbursement? Should I have just quietly stepped aside? No! What do you mean? Oh my god! Dude, that is not your friend. For their aesthetic? Like, are you kidding me? I can imagine people actually behave like this for real. No, not the asshole. Not the asshole. This is one of those you read and just screams fake to me because there's no way people are like this. But there are. Have you seen those just Bridezilla posts? Like, sometimes people do get a little crazy about it. This post is in poo mode. Only users with enough subreddit comments are able to comment. If this doesn't include you, okay. But I don't think they're the asshole. Not the asshole. She said it was tacky to ask for the money back. She didn't want me in the wedding anymore. Her reason, I'm getting too fat, and she doesn't want me in the pictures. Bruh. It sounds like a big joke. I didn't think stuff like this actually happened IRL, and I never expected it from her. Sounds to me like she's afraid of being upstage main character syndrome. I mean, it is her wedding. But also, like, that's such a not... Like, that's not okay. Like, that is not okay. She also waited till it was close enough for the wedding where the majority of the expenses costs were paid, or before releasing OP from her duties. Yeah, that's taking advantage of. Like, that's so messed up. She wanted to make sure, and she like cares for you, and you literally discarded like trash. If my best friend betrayed me like this, I'd be heartbroken too. I would be heartbroken. I would have asked for the money back. Like, I mean, thousands. That is not cheap. I would have sued. Small claims court. Yeah, have fun getting married. Like, it's just absolutely, that's just not okay. Yeah, not the asshole. Like, they cared more about their wedding aesthetic more than their, like, friendship. Like, I mean, like, weddings are supposed, like, people dream about their weddings all the time. I get it. I totally get it. But, like, that's just not fucking cool, dude. Am I the asshole for not letting my mom come to my wedding after she ignored me my whole life? No. I'm gonna say no. Dang, lots of wedding ones today, though. I, 26 male, am getting married to my fiance. Let's call her Sarah. Ooh, with an H. She sounds awesome. 25 female in a few months. And I'm super excited about it, but there's one big issue with all the planning. My mom. Uh-oh. A little background. My parents divorced when I was 8, and my mom, let's call her Layla, remarried pretty quickly after that. She married this guy, Dave, who had 2 kids of his own. It's like I was no longer a priority in her life. She focused all of her attention on Dave and his kids. Like, I'm not exaggerating when I say she treated them way better than me. They'd go on trips, she'd go on all their sport events, and they'd get everything they wanted. Meanwhile, I felt like I was invisible. She didn't ask about my school, didn't care about my friends, or even my mental health. I started to feel like I wasn't even her kid anymore. Aww. When I turned 18, I moved out. I thought maybe she'd care and I'd try to stay in touch, but nope, she didn't. I text her once in a while just to check in, and she'd either not respond or say she was busy with Dave and his kids. I figured if she didn't care, why should I? So I just stopped trying to reach out. Fast forward to now. I'm planning my wedding, and out of nowhere, my mom starts texting me like we're super close. Oh, eyes roll out of my head. She wants to know all the details, saying how excited she is, and even saying things like, I can't wait to see you start this new chapter. Like, seriously? I haven't heard from her in years, and now she expects me to be front and center for my wedding? I told her straight up that I didn't want her there. I said I'm not comfortable with her coming after everything that's happened, and that if she really wants to have a relationship, we can talk about it after the wedding, but not before. That's right. Okay. She started crying, saying I'm holding a grudge and that I'm her son and she deserves to be there. Shut up. Shut your mouth. But I don't know how I'm supposed to just forget the fact that she ignored me my whole childhood in favor of Dave's kids. Now my family is split. Some of them think I'm right and that I shouldn't just let her show up when she never showed up for me. Others think I should just let it go and it's just one day, and that I should let her come to the wedding to keep the peace. So, am I the asshole for not letting my mom come to my wedding after everything that happened? No! Absolutely not! Oh my gosh. OP, your mom's a dick. Oh my god. OP has offered the following explanation for why they think they might be the asshole. Not giving her a second chance. From her perspective, your mom might see her wanting to be part of your wedding as an attempt to reconnect after years of estrangement. Some people might feel that everyone deserves a second chance, especially when it comes to big life events like weddings. You've had a lot of time to process the pain from your childhood, but from her point of view, she may see it as a single mistake in her life, and now that she's ready to reconnect, you're shutting her out completely, not allowing space for reconciliation. You did tell her you'd open to rebuilding the relationship after the wedding, but some might say that's not fair to her. It's possible she's trying to prove that she wants to be part of your life now, and your refusal to let her in could be seen as harsh refusal, and her attempts to make amends, especially at a time when people often seek connection, like weddings. Holding on to resentment, you've been hurt by your mom's actions, but some might say you're holding on to that resentment for too long. While it's understandable to feel hurt by her actions, refusing to let her attend your wedding because of how she treated you in the past might be seen as you punishing her, even if she's genuinely trying to make up for it. I don't care. I'm sorry. Not the asshole. It doesn't matter. Because that's just the consequences. It's resentment. Okay, fine. But like, only showing up for like things like that, I just can't get behind that. All right, we have this one. As am I the asshole for telling my dad I don't care if he's absent at my wedding? For some backstory, I, 24 female, have a rough relationship with my dad, 43 male, wife, E, 41 female. They got together in 2006 and married in 2011 and have 2 children since then. E never liked me. I was introduced to her when I was 7 and things were instantly sour. She was mean, snarky, and had no interest in me whatsoever. Now, as an adult, I can tolerate her behavior, which has gotten significantly worse as I've grown up and began to talk back. The issue lies with the fact that my dad has always allowed it. Why? I'm a grown woman and can handle myself now, as I've been doing for years. But when I was a child, he had nothing to say about her borderline abusive behavior and will always find ways to change the subject, excuse it, whenever it's brought up. This has significantly damaged our relationship, and we're low contact as of now. So I'm getting married in November this year to Jay, 25 male. We've been together for 11 years. E is insistent that she will be there. She will not. I have made this clear since we got engaged in November 2023. My dad is invited, but I made it plainly clear last year that she wasn't welcome as a result of her behavior, attitude, and treatment of the both of us. It's worth mentioning here that Jay also doesn't want E present and she is discriminatory. Jay is trans, female and a male, and E will detonate. Yeah, that bitch is allowed. Make comments about it all and overall hateful. Yeah, protecting the peace. Yeah, no, keep them away. He is also defensive of me, given that he has been with me for the majority of E's treatment. So my dad met with me last week and told me that if E wasn't present at my wedding, he wouldn't be either. I honestly expected something like this to happen, so I said that it was fine. He was confused and asked me to elaborate. So I explained that he didn't have to attend, but it meant that I would never speak to him again, and that I had dealt with him choosing E over me for almost 20 years, and that my wedding, of his first and only daughter, being a subject of debate, was the final straw. He said nothing for a moment afterwards, and then got up and left. E has been blowing up my phone with explicit texts, but it's been radio silence from my dad since our chat. As I said, I've dealt with E's treatment, and by extension my dad's silence for almost 2 decades. My wedding feels like a good place to finally end this all, to start over. I don't see a way to fix this, or our relationship, as long as he's with E. Am I the asshole for telling my dad I don't care if he's present at my wedding? Edit, just to say thank you so much for the responses. I didn't expect this at all for the advice. Guidance and kind words are amazing. I'm struggling to respond to everybody, but just know I'm reading every comment. Also, thank you for all the well wishes for the wedding. Thank you truly. And we get an update. Why is being rude to a child something that you're okay with doing, you know? That's weird to me. Alright, so let's see the update. Firstly, thank you also very much. The overwhelming amount of advice, support, feedback, and kind words meant more than you could ever know. And they even linked it. What a freaking OG. So, my wedding was just over a week ago, and it was absolutely perfect. It was me and Jay surrounded by people we love and the ones who love us most. Neither my dad or E were there. That's right. That's right. Following our last talk, where I told him I didn't care if he was present, it was complete silence from him for just over a month. I took my dad's silence as his mind made up, and I actually felt at ease with it, which was another huge wake-up call. Aww. He finally messaged me in October and asked to talk over the phone. I told Jay, and he said to do it and use the opportunity to make my final choice on the matter and set it in stone. Oh, that's such a good support system. So we spoke. He asked that I allow E at the wedding. I said no. He said that he wouldn't come if she wasn't there. I said I didn't care. We went back and forth for a little bit, mostly just repeating ourselves, until he basically said, "Is this really the hill you want to die on?" Dude, this is the hill you want to die on. This is you bringing this onto her. Like, shut up. I said yes. Told him that he had a week to give me a simple yes or no as to whether he would be there, and hung up. He messaged me a couple of days later with a long paragraph about how I was giving him ultimatums. You are the... I was giving him ultimatums, making him choose, holding on to the past, petty and disrespectful, etc. And something snapped. I said that he had more than enough chances to attempt to make things right, but that I was done, and blocked him. On the day of my wedding, I tried not to think about it, and it was honestly easier than I thought, to the point I didn't realize he wasn't there until midway through the ceremony. Ooh! I was hearing from mutual friends and family that my dad has been pretty silent on the whole thing. Other members of my family, close friends, were present at the wedding and asked why my dad wasn't there, and I just told them it was a story for another day, not something I wanted to get into on my wedding. Valid. Honestly, this entire situation is just draining. I've known for a long time that it would end up in flames at some point or another, and I'm not entirely sure why I held out that little bit of hope for so long. I genuinely feel at peace for the first time in years, and relieved that I no longer have to deal with him or E. I'm in bed with my now husband writing this post and feeling better than ever. I realized I gave him too much of my time and patience when he didn't deserve it. This toxic chapter of my life is done. I'm more in love with my childhood sweetheart than I thought was possible, and can't stop grinning for the fact that I get to call him my husband. Again, thank you so much for the responses. You're all a lot wiser than I am. Have a great day, everyone. Aww, yay, happy ending. We love those. Alright, our next one is, am I the asshole for changing my wife's books room into the kids' room? I want to say no, but I feel like there could be compromise, but also I don't know. Like, everybody deserves their space, but the kids deserve a space more than parent a little bit. I'm sorry. Please, I'm not in those spots, but like, I don't know, that's just how I see it. Please correct me, but I'm gonna say I don't know. I'm gonna say no, but also I don't know. Maybe everyone's sex here. I'm gonna go to everyone's sex here. Not the kids though. I, 35 male, have been married to my wife, 32 female, Ella, for 10 years. We have 2 kids, 4 male and 7 female. About 5 years ago, our house was finally built. Ella was the one who actually designed our house. Ella also suffers from depression, and a lot of the house projects she hoped would be done by now aren't. Personally, I think she's too hard on herself, and I do help as much as I can, but I also work 60 to 70 hours a week. Oh my god. Ella has been using the loft area as a reading area. Honestly, I'm not too sure how much she uses it. I know she reads a bit, but mostly when I see her read, it's in bed. Ella has been hard on herself lately because the kids' toys are scattered everywhere, so I decided while she sat out to have the kids take everything up into the loft area and put all her stuff into her gaming room. We both have our own separate gaming rooms. Oh my god, wait, what? No! The kids love this area, and in the time they've been playing up there, I have seen no toys. Ella came home and started crying, said that was her safe haven area away from everyone, and she has been really short with me. She claims that she goes up there every day, and now she can't just take it away from the kids. I told her she can make her gaming room into a reading room, but she states the kids go in there, and it's not the same. I told her she was overreacting, and this is exactly what she wanted this area for, so am I the asshole? TLDR, wife designed house for the kids to have an area and loft, then got made when I made the area a loft area. Edit, I can't believe I have to say this, but obviously my wife is not neglecting our children by giving herself time to do her activities. As for a 4-year-old, our neighbor watches him about 2 to 5 hours a day. We pay them, so my wife can bake for her business and just to whatever she wants. Final edit. I hear you all. I should have. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. My thing here. What this is about to talk about. The communicated with her. There was no talk beforehand, so I think. Okay. Final edit. I hear you all. I should have 100% communicated with her. I also found out she hasn't used her gaming room in months, so I took away her favorite spot of the house. So we will be moving the kids and stuff into her old gaming room, and I will be making a shelf so she can organize all her books up there. It just gives like she didn't tell him things, but he also didn't ask, but also it's like, how would they know if they didn't talk to each other? OP has offered the following explanation for why they think they might be the asshole. Because it was her safe haven and I took that away from her. You didn't know though, and like I can see the train of thought for like that being like the setup of the room, but obviously things change, and if it took longer for things to like get built or whatever, like the decision could be changed, but it should have been communicated first. I just maybe there are just no assholes here, and actually they just needed to chat. No assholes here, maybe communicate. Am I the asshole for telling my niece it wasn't right for her parents to exclude her from a weekend trip when we were supposed to celebrate her birthday? Whoa, what? Am I the asshole for telling my niece it wasn't right of her parents to exclude her from a weekend trip when we were supposed to celebrate her birthday? I mean, it's not good to get the child involved if the parents are being neglectful, because, like, you kind of want them to not really know at an early age. But what the heck what do you mean? What do you mean? I just don't think it's a good idea to. I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes, even though everyone's sex here except child. Edit. Just want to say thank you. I appreciate you all for weighing in. Okay, I'm gonna not read this, but there's a TLDR. Oh my god, there is. Okay, TLDR is my sister and brother-in-law took my nephew, 13 male, on a weekend trip to the mountains and excluded my 30 male niece, 16 female, because she had homework and they wanted her to attend a future student event. I told my niece it was messed up for them to do so, and my sister's now hurt and mad at me about it. Whose birthday is it? To celebrate her birthday? Okay, hold on. My niece turned 16 last Tuesday. Let's go on a family. But hold on, let me make sure I read. I'm gonna read this before I. Hold on. Let's read. My niece turned 16 last Tuesday. Our family usually celebrates birthdays on the first weekend after the day. Kiddo ended up calling me asking if I could take her to a future student event her parents wanted her to attend as they'd be away. Later, I learned that they were taking her brother, but not her. According to my niece, the apartment they booked would have been too small for all 4 of them. And anyway, we figured you wouldn't want to come since you have too much homework. Quoted from a conversation my niece reported to me, said by her mother to her, "It's her birthday! What do you mean? Hold on. What do you mean?" Is that's exactly how I'm. What do you? I can't. Well, you would be too busy with home. I can't need to finish reading it. What do you mean? Niece seemed mostly chill about it, saying she would rather not go on family trips if she can skip them, as they're often awkward. Poor baby. I told her that while I was glad that she was taking it this way, it still wasn't right of her parents to have excluded her from the trip, even without even giving her the choice to come or not, especially on her birthday weekend. No, I was wrong. Oh my god, it was the niece's birthday! What do you mean? What do you mean? To add insult to injury, the event wasn't even that important. Most of the schools represented did not offer any program the kid was interested in. But when I brought it to her attention, she said, "It's really important to mom that I go." To which I answered, "Not important enough to cancel her trip, apparently." Ugh, that was salty of me and might possibly make me the asshole. No, no, because we figured she didn't want to go. No, this was right. This is right. This child needs to watch out for her anytime their parents do this from now on. What do you mean? Saturday went mostly alright. I took her to the event, then to the bookstore where I bought her a bunch of books as a birthday present. Aww! Then to have the snack of her choice. And I got her sushi for dinner as it's her favorite. She thanked me for a lovely birthday weekend. Oh. We had dinner and slept over at my dad's, her granddad. And on Sunday morning, we took her to the farmer's market to walk around and have lunch. Aww! That's the uncle who stepped up. Where did I stop? Her parents were sending her pictures of their trip and she was getting more and more depressed and anxious. Not them sending pictures of the trip. That. What do you mean? By the time we dropped her off, she seemed on the verge of an anxiety attack, so I texted my sister to let her know her kid wasn't doing great. She texted back thanking me for letting her know and reassuring me that they were coming home on Monday and would have a neighbor check on her in the meantime. I don't like them. Oh my god. Now it's Tuesday, and this morning I woke up to a text from my sister saying she was really hurt by what my father and I said to her daughter over the weekend. That she's been doing her best with her children, and that the reason why they didn't give her the choice to come in the first place was because they knew that she would have not been able to study properly while in the mountains, which would have stressed her. Shut up! Shut your mouth! I smell bullshit. I still believe they should have just not gone, at least not on this specific weekend. However, I may have been wrong to say so to the kid. Am I the asshole? No. Sorry, no. Alright, let's read this edit. Just want to say thank you. I appreciate you all for weighing in. Also, wow, some of you guys are mean. It's okay. That's how internet works, I guess. Just wasn't expecting that many reactions. Thank you for caring and worrying about my niece and nephew. They're great kids and deserve the world. I'm having dinner with sister and dad, our dad, on Thursday. I will try to make her understand, though don't hold your breath. And I'll continue to look out for the kids and be there for them. Oh, this is a repeating offense? Opie has offered the following explanation for why they think they might be the asshole. I told my niece it wasn't right for her parents to go on a weekend trip without her, and it hurt my sister's feelings, which might make me the asshole. I don't give a shit if your sister was doing that. That daughter... No, not the asshole. This was supposed to be a birthday celebration for the daughter, and, like, she didn't... Like, they went on the trip anyway, and, like... That's so messed up, like, actually. Am I the asshole for not doing everything to help my parents afford treatments for my brother? Okay, I'm gonna say this might make me the asshole for answering this way, but I'm gonna say no. When my brother 18 male was 4 and I 16 male was 2, he was diagnosed with blood cancer. Oh my god, oh no. He'd been sick for a little while, and our parents thought he had a flu or something, so they didn't get him all the help right away, and because of that guilt, they devoted every second to him from that point forward. It was supposed to be until he was cancer-free, but by the time we were 8 and 6, and they had become so used to focusing on him alone. I spent most of my time with an uncle who lived nearby, or neighbors, when he was undergoing treatment. My uncle didn't like having me nearby, and the neighbors were so busy with their own kids that I got pretty used to being ignored and forgotten. Aww. So when my brother was back home and I wasn't sent anywhere anymore, I was more used to being alone somewhere and taking care of myself. My relationship with my parents was never a close one, and it's the same with my brother. Both of us feel more like only kids, and he gave me shit before telling our parents I'd liked some of their attention too. What do you mean? That's... Aww. They'd always tell me he needed it more, and he considered me a drama queen. Oh my god. It's neglect. It's neglect. The last time I said anything, which was like 3 years ago, he said he didn't realize boys could be as dramatic as girls. Dude! Dude. My brother's cancer came back 5 years ago, and it was dealt with early, and he didn't have treatment for very long, and after that, he seemed better in all ways. He had more energy, appetite was better, and he was doing stuff he never had the energy to do before. About a year ago, my mom's parents moved closer to us, and they spent time focused on me, which bonded me to them pretty quickly. I spend a lot of time with them now. I also took my focus totally off my parents and wanting their attention. Aww. In July, my brother's cancer returned again, but it's different this time. I wasn't given much info. Treatments are complicated, I guess, and some other countries have treatments we're not focused on yet, so there's talk of him going to Germany, and I think Switzerland, but I could be wrong since I don't get much info. My parents are working more hours to help pay for this, and since then, I spend even more time with my grandparents, sometimes spending the night with them. My lack of presence wasn't noticed until they wanted me to help raise the money and maybe offer to get tested if that's what's needed. They said I could start fundraisers and get a job. I already have one, but my parents never noticed. I told them I wasn't going to help with that, and it was for the 3 of them to figure it out. I got yelled at, and my grandparents stepped in and said I wasn't responsible for this. That's right. That's right. My parents were saying it was helping family, my own brother, and how could I consider not doing everything to help? What? No offense, that is not, they are right, that is not the child's responsibility. OPS offered the following explanation for why they think that might be the asshole. I said I wasn't willing to do everything to help my parents and brother pay for his cancer treatments. This might make me the asshole for so many reasons, but mostly because he's my brother, and I already have a job, but I won't give any money from what I make to pay for it. I'm gonna say not the asshole. Definitely not the asshole. Oh my gosh.